The destruction of the north of Israel by Hezbollah is not getting reported in the United States, but it is in India. We've got a video from India that shows you how well they're covering it. Claire, there's an interesting report out of India, and I picked it because while this story was reported worldwide, I was interested in how balanced the Indian reporter characterized what's going on in the north of Israel, and specifically talking about massive rocket attacks coming from Hezbollah into the north of Israel, which is largely abandoned. Houses are being blown up. The people that have remained in their homes are being killed. The fields are on fire. The destruction is absolutely breathtakingly devastation wide of the entire north. I've been there. I've been all over the Golan Heights, from the Mediterranean all the way through Syria. I've seen a lot of it, and this is really, really massive destruction. It's not being reported much here. Let's take a look at the Indian network.
Hezbollah has launched over 50 rockets at the Israeli-annexed Golan Heights, hitting several private homes. This attack comes just a day after U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with Egyptian and Qatari officials in Cairo, working to secure a ceasefire in the ongoing Gaza conflict. The rocket fire on Wednesday resulted in a 30-year-old man being moderately wounded by shrapnel. Firefighters also reported that one house was set ablaze, but they managed to prevent a larger disaster by stopping a gas leak. Hezbollah claimed the attack was a response to an Israeli strike on Tuesday night, which killed one person and injured 19 others. Earlier in the day, Hezbollah had launched over 200 projectiles into Israel following an Israeli strike on a Hezbollah weapons depot. The violence between Israel and Hezbollah has been ongoing for over 10 months, intensifying the broader conflict with Hamas in Gaza. The clashes have resulted in over 500 deaths in Lebanon, including about 100 civilians, and 49 deaths in Israel, consisting of 23 soldiers and 26 civilians. The Golan Heights, captured by Israel from Syria in the 1967 Middle East War and later annexed, remains a contentious issue.
There's something really important to point out. Israel attacks and blows up weapons depots loaded with long-range, short-range rockets, missiles, ammunition, and the like. Hezbollah shoots at homes, and schools, and soccer fields. We remember the brutal murder of the Druze soccer field children of a few weeks ago. They do that intentionally because Hezbollah is a terror organization. The international community, not a word. It's as if there's a quality of aggression on both sides. They literally blow up houses and schools and buses and apartment buildings on purpose with guided munitions, especially smart drones. And the Israelis literally blow up weapons depots. But it's the same to the world. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable to me.
Yeah, to me too, Barry. You know, I've been up there as well on the Lebanese border with Israel, up on the Golan Heights, all over northern Israel. And these are beautiful places. These kibbutzim and these towns are beautiful places, or at least they were. You know, Hezbollah has been launching these attacks, I mean, dozens per day, as the report pointed out, against the civilian homes and fields of northern Israel. 100,000 Israelis have been displaced from their homes, having to find shelter elsewhere in Israel, not able to go back to their own homes for 10 months now. And it seems that Hezbollah is trying to push the envelope, as it were, as far as it can in terms of these daily onslaughts of rockets and missiles and drones at, as you say, civilian places, towns and homes, but without provoking yet an all-out Israeli response. But you know, that response is going to have to come at some point, and Hezbollah is going to have to be pushed back at least north of the Litani River at some point in time. And I think most leadership in Israel knows that and even is saying that out loud.
Well, you mentioned the Litani River. there is a UN resolution that requires Hezbollah to be north of the Litani River, and the area between the Litani River and the Israeli borders to be demilitarized. And the entire purpose of UNIFIL, the United Nations forces in Lebanon, is to keep that area demilitarized. The UN is completely worthless. They literally run away when Hezbollah tells them to run away. If Hezbollah says, leave, we're going to attack from here, the UN people leave, as if either A, they're supporting the violence, or B, they know and Hezbollah knows they can do nothing about it.
Yeah, UNIFIL has been completely useless since the UN Security Council Resolution 1701 in the wake of the 2006 Israel-Hezbollah war. They have not demilitarized that area between Israel and Litani River at all. Cannot be expected to. And what's going to happen, UNIFIL or no, they'll run away. And I don't mean just run away. They have been complicit with Hezbollah. Let's be honest about it. But that area is going to have to be dealt with sooner rather than later by Israel, by the IDF, because the Israeli people cannot be denied to be able to live in their own country in the northern part of Israel forever. That cannot go on.
Well said, Claire. I agree.